office, and there on the office is the nameplate, Ms. Michelle McNamara, and I just went, wow. And that moment was almost one of the best moments of coming out. So when I was growing up, I was born in 1953, and so the word transgender wasn't invented until the late 60s and didn't become in any sort of common usage until the early 1990s. And so the word transgender was unknown. In fact, for the first 12 years of my life, I didn't know that there was anyone else who felt in all like I did. Not a clue. And then one day I was sitting down in the barber shop and leafing through the Australasian Post. There was Carlotta, so a Sydney drag queen at that point. And this would have been 1965, I suppose, and she was, you know, this just absolutely threw me. I went, wow, and then suddenly realised delight and surprise and everything was coming across my face, and I thought, this is going to give me away. So I closed the magazine, quickly put it down and sort of looked from side to side and twiddled my thumbs, pretending nothing had happened. But I was profoundly affected by it, recognising that there was someone else like that. The concept of transgender came along with the idea that, okay, there were these people that had sex changes, but people had a gender in their head. It was implied in that there was a gender in your head, not necessarily between your legs. And that separation was, I think, incredibly important. You know, it does not matter whether you've had an operation, whether you're on hormones, whether you're living in your affirmed gender all the time, or whether you only do it in your bedroom, or you don't even do it. It's still, being transgender is in your head. People in aged care for situations who'd been out as transgender, women particularly, were going back into the closet and assuming their assigned at birth gender for their stay in aged care, and sometimes even being forced to do so by their families. And this is quite shocking and quite scary for me, looking prospectively at maybe a long life where I will need some support. You know, you feel like an outsider, and when you're dependent on others for your daily needs, or some of the daily needs, then the pressure to conform to make sure that you have a smooth path through those daily needs, through to gaining those daily needs, is real, and it's substantial. I was just gobsmacked anyway. I was standing there looking at it. I just unlocked the door, standing there looking at it. My neighbour in the neighbouring office arrived, and she said, "What are you looking at, Michelle?" And I said, "Oh, the nameplate, it's just wonderful." And she said, "Oh, it's just a nameplate, isn't it?" I said, "No, it's everything, you know." And that sort of really reinforced to me how important identity is to trans people, and how it's not perceived in quite the same way for cis people who've had it denied, or, you know, who haven't had it denied all their life. They've had it affirmed all their life. I've had it denied all my life, and to have it suddenly there in my face, it was quite extraordinary. Even better, of course, in terms of